Hi, this is a video about karmic number 19. I'm making this video on the 19th of July 2021. And when the number 19 shows up, what does it mean? So 1 and 9 add up to 10, which reverts back to the number 1 again. So it is an independent number. So it's about taking individual action on your karma. And when we look at the number 19, there are a number of different karmic numbers, but just looking at number 19, what is this meaning when it shows up? So in 19, we have the 1 and the 9, which is the start and end of the singular digit numbers. So it's got the beginning of everything and the end of everything. If we feel into a year like 1991, that's a palindrome, and it's doing both. It's like bringing karma back and going backwards and forwards at the same time. So with the 1, we've got independent action, independent thinking, action taking. It's a very masculine vibration because it's all about me, move forward, be competitive. If you don't like something else, it's fine, just do your own thing. And the number 9 is like completing cycles where you've been through all the other numbers and you've done all of the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're at 9 and you're in a vibration of completion and harmony and endings. So it's as though there's something to finish off. And quite often when we're in a finishing off kind of way, whether whatever kind of karma or learning or part of our evolution, part of our spiritual development, whatever aspect it is, there's like a finishing off that involves service. It's as though, right, I've learned all of that stuff and now I'm going to pass that on. So it becomes a much more outward flowing energy, as though you've now learnt all of these things and you're going to share them. So it's focused outwardly on service to humanity. But with the 1 and the 9 together, it's like there's a finishing off to be done, but also there's this kind of individual action to be taken as well. So, you know, there may be a whole load of ways in which you can feel into this. What I would encourage you to do is think about any significant events that have occurred in your life that took place on the 19th of the month. Do you notice the number 19 cropping up? And what I mean by that is, do you notice it like on your phone, on a clock, or just as you're walking by something when there's a 19? So that could be 19 minutes past the hour. It could be 19 something, as in the period between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the evening. It could be directing you towards a certain year or point in time, or it could be that when you're noticing these things, something is coming up in your thoughts or in your feelings, and it's pointing you towards whatever needs healing around that thing. It might be that you know somebody who has a birthday on the 19th of the month. It might be that you have an event in your life that occurred on the 19th of the month, or in your family's life as well, such as my parents' wedding anniversary was on the 19th of a month. So, you know, looking at those things, what are the clues that are being given, and what happens when you feel into the events and energies around those things? So the other thing I wanted to say was, all of us who are alive now, aged over 21, were born in a year that started 19. So we are all carrying the 19 in our year at the beginning of our birth year. And if we come right out, you know, like an eagle, if we come right out of our current time frame and we look at a much more extended version of time spanning way beyond BC into the past, and we look at that tiny fraction that was the 20th century and the speed at which things changed in that lifetime. Have a feel into what happened in that century and what were the karmic reversals or karmic patterns coming up then for you, for your family, for all of us. So what did we go through in that century, and was it very independent, masculine, competitive? Yeah, of course it was, because we're talking about many wars as well as 2 world wars, and we're talking about completing cycles as well. So there is a sense that we're meant to be done with that. We're done with wars. I do think there's a lot of people who really are done with that energy, but there will be certain things coming up, and have a look at the 19th of various months. And the reason I'm doing this today is because it's the 19th of July. So notice what happens on the 19th of the month. Is it relevant for you? Do you feel it as a karmic day? What's happening? Make journal notes on that. Sit with it. Meditate. Feel into it. What does the 19 mean for you? You might want to just go through and go, right, okay, title at the top of the page, number 19. Feel into it. What comes up? What's happened in your life on the 19th, or when you were 19, what happened? Is there anything that feels karmic about that as well? If so, headlines, we don't need to go into too much detail when we're talking about soul work and karma. It tends to be, boom, what's that thing that hits you? So I hope that's been useful. I'm going to leave it there. Number 19 is a karmic number. Have a feel into it, journal around what it means for you. Hope that's been useful. Bye for now.